Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Conscious Life Collective um, Sunday series. And we're going to talk about consciousness of the week today and the energy of the week today. My name is Julia Bernatsky. I'm the founder of Untamed Cards and the co-founder of Conscious Life Collective.
And as that happens, my dogs start. Sorry about that. So my name is Mickey Preventure, and I am a co-founder also of Conscious Life Collective. And we are so excited to be able to bring to you something really special on Sundays. Not sure if that worked. Sorry about that little mute. And so every Sunday around 12 o'clock, we have a spiritual and Kabbalah teacher named Michael Ocher, who joins us to help us to be able to talk about what and be connected to the energy of the week and knowing what is happening in the cosmos and being able to help us to align our own energy, especially now as things are changing so much every single day. And we just need to be conscious and aware to be able to make the best decisions during this next upcoming week. And so, just being in personal alignment with everything that's going on and just knowing what's going on and really just aligning ourselves on a regular basis and reminding ourselves. I love doing that on a Sunday to be able to remind ourselves about what it is to move forward and, what we need to know about what's going on.
Beautiful. And welcome. I'm going to bring in Michael. Michael, welcome.
Hey, Michael.
Hey.
As always, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes. So,
yeah.
yes. So, there's so much, like Nikki said, there's so much going on and so many things that we would love to talk about, but we always focus on things that are kind of more universal and that we're really aligning in with the energy that is happening in the cosmos. So we're gonna always take a closer look at things that are aligned with the energy of the week, the cosmos, and the consciousness that we need to have. And this week, we really want to focus on, I took some notes, like how are we asking for help when we need help? From our friends, and who do we turn to? And also when people are asking some feedback from us, what is the right way to give the feedback to people? How do we do it in a way that we support people on their journey instead of just like giving our opinion? How do we make it not about us, but about best of where that person is? And also there's a second fold to everything that I really wanted to touch base on is self-love and being connected to our soul's calling. How do we stay in that place? And those are the two aspects that I would love to, Michael, I would love you to help us to go deeper with and give us the perspective from different angles.
Awesome.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds amazing. So thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. And again, we are in this incredible month called Virgo, where we are given a perspective of guidance from the universe to help us be the best version of ourselves. So this whole month we are being directed towards, pushed as a global and individually to come to this place of our new self. And the idea of change and change of consciousness is it's something so fundamental, but at the same time it's not something that we're taught in from our early age and or from our in school. We definitely learn a lot of information in school, but something that we don't learn is the idea of obviously the meaning of life and the purpose of how to make life better. How do I improve my consciousness? That most of my life is based on consciousness, on my state of consciousness. And the sign of Virgo again, where this whole month, I think the main point and the priority to focus on is the sign of Virgo, is the sign of the month where we can become best versions of ourselves. So the way you want to direct your intention is to the intention of, okay, what can I change, what can I improve in myself, right? When I change myself, when I improve myself, that's when my life changes. Ultimately, this is the Kabbalistic perspective on life, that it doesn't just change because other people will change. Then we're kind of in a lose-lose situation, because you have to wait for someone to change and transform, and only then your life will change. That's, first of all, not true Kabbalistically. Second of all, you're imprisoned change and transformation. So
Forgive us for the technical difficulties. For some reason, Michael probably has problem with the connection, and he's gonna come back to us in a moment. So he jumped off, and then he's going to come back in a moment. And Michael started to say that how, like, the direction that we need to direct our attention not on another person's process, or not how we can make another person better fit our situation, but to focus, redirect the focus on ourselves and say to ourselves first, I am the one responsible. I am the one responsible for every single thing that is happening in my life. So, how could I change something in me that will create a different reality, that will that will become a magnet to different actions, emotions, people coming to our lives, and people around me will immediately feel and experience that life in a different way. So the moment I focus on me, that person that I would really like to change something with or change something about will behave differently, because it is my reality that they are behaving inside of. So if I am changing my perspective, my reality, if I am responsible for everything that is happening inside of, in front of, and inside of me, then the people who are in my life will immediately show up differently. Michael, so I'm going to pass it back
yes,
to you.
thank you.
Yes, thank you. So you can take it from here.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties. So, like Julia said, the moment I transform myself, that's when my life changes. That's what I want my perspective to be on. But the idea of transformation and change is also interesting. Okay, so how do I know what to change? How do I know what should change? How to change it, right? But at least what to change. One amazing tool, hopefully we all have, is the people around us, is the people that we have around us, friends, which is probably one of the most priceless thing you can have in this world, is friends, is people who you can trust, people who you can talk to, people who you can go for help, people who you can go to for feedback. And I heard an amazing podcast. Our directors in the center, Michael and Monica, have an amazing podcast. They talked about friendship, and it's so beautiful what they said, that the ideal friendship is one of the most important things in life. And actually, I read a very interesting research that was held in I forgot which university, maybe Harvard, for like 75 years. It's a continuous research that they're doing, checking what makes people happy. What is the ultimate kind of point of what makes people happy? And they found that the most important thing is your relationships, is the people around you, is the friends that you have. So when I have good circle of people, of friends around me, that is the surest way for me to have a happy life. There's nothing as priceless as a good friend, right? As a good relationship. And ultimately, even relationships, fundamentally, they are friendships, right? If a relationship is just based on passion, on just the 1% attraction, it's not going to last. It needs to be a friendship. It needs to be a two people coming together with a common goal. That can be a long lasting relationship. And I hope we all have that, and it's beautiful and so important to have. And we'll do some downloads and meditations, how to be a friend, how to be, because it's more about being a friend, also not just expecting other people to be friends, but being there for other people and being a friend. But also the way we can kind of get support from friends about changing is asking, so what do you think? Going to our friends, go to people that are close to us in our life, and saying, so what do you think I need to change in my life? What do you think is something that if I make better, if I improve, if I be more of that, then I will be a better person? What are some amazing qualities about me? Can we do like a meeting where you tell me good qualities that I have already that I can keep growing, and also the qualities the vices that sometimes don't serve me so much? Because when we ask for guidance from other people, from someone from outside of us, they have a better perspective. Sometimes we have amazing talents and gifts that we're not aware of, right? We're not aware of that. We have certain abilities and gifts, and we want to be aware of, wow, I bring this to the relationship, to the group, etc. So you want to be in a place where you welcome other people's feedback, where you welcome other people's input into who you are. What is good in me? What are some amazing qualities that make me an integral part of the relationship? What is something, there's a beautiful quote from Nachman of Breslev, and he said, the moment you were born, the creator said, the world cannot exist without you anymore. So you brought something so very special. Your soul, your individual gifts are so special to this world, to help this world a better place, to help this journey that we're in this physical reality, that we absolutely must understand and must, be aware of. And also asking who you feel safe with to give you feedback. What do you think I can make better? What do you think I can transform? What do you think I should increase more, focus more on the good? And maybe on something I should be a little bit more, stay away from that behavior. Or even better, they'll give you a hint onto which direction you should go to improve that area, right? They'll tell you, I think you make too many plans and don't make it into a reality. That could be something that we have, right? So then you can think about it. Wow, that's true. So how can I make that better? How can I improve that? Maybe you tend to be a little bit judgmental of other people, and they allow you to be, it stays in a way. But maybe this time in building the new self, as we know, September 18th is the beginning of a spiritual new year. So maybe we should to make a commitment starting from today to be less critical of other people, to be more tolerant, right? To be more open-minded to ideas. Maybe I should invest more even in simple things like watching my diet, maybe exercising more, maybe having a healthier schedule. That's also something that we should invest into. Maybe I should invest more into making, growing the talents that I have. Maybe I'm not investing in my talents enough. It's also something that we can invest into. But being in the space where we can ask for feedback from people If you have a guide, if you have a teacher, that's an amazing place to also get some feedback. If you have friends, to ask your friends for feedback, that's an incredible place to say, listen, what can I make better in myself? How can I be a better person? How can I bring more light into this world? So, and obviously when you are coming to, for someone for feedback, the crucial thing is we don't want to take it as as an ultimatum, you might say, that this is how it is and that's what I need to change and that's it. You want to take it as hints, as inputs, as something that will give you a different perspective onto yourself. There's a saying in the Zohar. It says that the best way to run away from a prison is to get help from outside, right? Because it's much harder to escape from somewhere when you are trapped in it. It's harder to see what's happening outside. So when I'm trapped in my limited perspectives, it's easier for someone from outside to give me feedback and tell me, listen, it's simple. Just open the door, do this, and you'll be better. You'll be much better off. So that's an incredible tool, incredible ability. We are meant to have good relationships also. We are meant to have good friends. So the more good friendships, the more good relationships, the more of that I have, the happier I will be. When I'm coming for feedback, again, you take it as an input, as a hint, as a direction. You don't have to take it as a black and white, this is how it is. But be open to that. If somebody's coming to you for feedback, or even better, it says, there's a beautiful saying that says, right in the ancient writings, before it says love your neighbor as yourself, it says make sure you tell your friend when he's doing something wrong. So that's kind of interconnected. So if I see also that somebody's doing something that is not the best behavior, I want to obviously come from a place of mercy, from love, from the creator, from compassion, but come from a place to hint them a little bit. Listen, if you're open to what I want to tell you, I have some feedback and I would love to tell you my perspective on this, and tell you, listen, I really think this behavior, this judgmental behavior, or if somebody's jealous, or if somebody's too laid back, or if somebody's too strict, or if somebody's too closed off, I think it would be better for you to just consider it. Do you see it? Do you agree with it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I see it in your perspective is wrong. What do you think about that? So this art of it's not confrontation. It's really love and building a better relationships in our life. But also, so three perspectives. One is to ask for feedback. Is to ask people around us, okay, what can I make better? What do I have that's better? What do I not see maybe? Tell me my gifts and my talents, and also my vices. What is limiting me? The other is also when I'm asked for feedback, to make sure that I always start with good things. Whenever I'm asked for feedback, always say, you are someone who has such an incredible ability to do this, X, Y, and Z. You really have that. That's your incredible gifts. And if to make it better, do ABC. Okay? So do that, but really come from love, really come from compassion, really ask the universe or creator that your words will be words of inspiration, not words of, putting people down and, judging. That's not where you want to come from. And the other one also is, if you see somebody that they're doing something that does not serve them, that is really hurtful, you might say, listen, could I offer you feedback? Could I tell you something that I believe this behavior is not really best for you? But always ask for permission. That's always better. You never want to just come up front and just start spilling whatever you feel. The person has to be open. We want to have a vessel for receiving all that light. So that's something to use this week, this month, for the ability, the gift of having incredible, beautiful people around us, that we can ask for feedback, that we can ask for support, we can ask for help in our life. That's one. And this whole idea of giving feedback, also, what might be good is also just to make a list for yourself, for people around you, and realize what are the good things in them. what are, obviously, if you have friends in your life, you like them, right? But really go and just for yourself, so you can appreciate that more, and make a list. Wow, this person, for example, they really bring this into my life. This person brings so much certainty, so much joy, so much happiness, so much self fulfillment, so much positivity into my life. That I appreciate them for that, and just be clear of that this person, these are their incredible gifts. So there's a reason why we're not alone, right? There's a reason why we're not just stuck alone on an island and have to figure this all out by ourselves. We have so many people around us to help us, and ultimately it's between us and the creator. Ultimately it's between us and ourselves, but people around us can have incredible feedback that will give you such a perspective to understand what it is that I can make better, what it is that I have good, and what it is that I can make better. So it's a huge gift, huge opportunity, but always coming from mercy, always coming from compassion, always coming from love. That being the base, that being the foundation. Kindness is such an incredible, important thing, that you want to have kindness towards yourself, towards others. It's almost like a program. It's like a different mode of being, that I'm functioning more on a state of kindness for people, right? How kind am I? I want to come from kindness. I want to be with kindness. My words want to be filled with kindness, etc. So having this consciousness of kindness is very crucial. And another thing is, that's step one. Julie, I don't know if you want to add anything to that idea, but that's definitely something that's very actual, kind of apropos for this time.
Yes, and I've been making notes and trying to surface them on video just so people can visually see what you're saying, because every word is so precious. And for me personally, I don't know what I would do without my friends, without my teacher, without my community. And my friends are also some, like my family, like my son, for example. I can tell him anything. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to tell him everything. But when I need someone to give me a loving feedback, somebody who I know for sure has the best of my interest in mind, I have this whole group of people. Like I go to my son and like his wife, we have these moments when we just talk things out. As what I really want to add is that it's not only like it's the reflection that I'm asking for about what is happening in my life, right? But it is also, and like if before the holidays, it's so important, like Michael was saying, like before the beginning of the new year, like before we putting that seed for the next year, so that we can plant something much more powerful, stronger, and more aligned with who we are really. But it's also really like an amazing way to release things, because our body holds blockages. So everything, like our body holds our emotions, holds things that are happening with us or for us. It holds it. So we need to process it and release it, whatever is negative. So if there are things that are negative about me, and I may not even realize it, that maybe like I'm not talking about myself right now, but just as an example, let's say if the person has an anxiety, right? They may not even realize they have that anxiety and it's triggered by something. So if we can shed the light, what is triggering it, and that there's actually this thing happening to your body, to your emotions, and that your body holds it. And then the next time it's something similar triggers it, it brings it all back up, right? So by speaking with your friends, teachers, and doing certain things like theta healing is amazing this way to release, to unblock things. So if we can create this more space for new, like unblock and release all of the negative things, this is a perfect time to do it. If there's a perfect time to do it, this is the perfect time to do it. It's a great time to do it anytime. But right now is the time to know what kind of blockages we have. What are the things that we need to let go of? And there's nothing like people in our lives who can gently maybe not directly show us the way. Some people will do it directly, but sometimes it's very indirect, and all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, that's what I'm doing, or that's what is happening, or that's what I'm reacting to. The moment that opening is created, we have a chance to release it from our body. What does it mean to release it from our body? It means we're healing ourselves. Not only that, we're creating space for the new possibilities and new realities to come in our lives, but we also like stepping into the place of healing. It's very powerful.
Totally. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is definitely something that we want to take advantage of. To see, also to see how comfortable are you. With getting feedback.
Yeah.
Are you open to that, right? Also, because a lot of people assume that feedback is something very negative, it's something that very judgmental. They're not open to it. They're afraid of it. Oh my God, I'm afraid to be, judged by people, etc. That's something that to work on to begin with. Why is it hard for you to get feedback, right? Why
Yeah.
is it hard for you to get a perspective of somebody else about you, right? That's another thing to ask. Why is it hard for you to open that conversation? For a lot of people, it's very difficult to ask and to have deep conversations of how they feel, of what's going on inside of them. They're afraid of it. They kind of hide it. They put it on the side and they say, oh, I'm not we're not talking about how I'm feeling. We're not talking about feelings here. This is this is
Yeah.
the taboo. So that's already a good start, right? To see, okay, why is it hard for me? What's so bad about hearing some feedback? What do you associate it with? Trust me, there's nothing bad with it. It only makes you happier. From constructive, proactive feedback, right? But how open are you to it? Because a lot of us might have experiences. It's normal. A lot of us might have experiences in childhood and life in general that where we had a little bit of a difficult experiences uh, with feedback or with being judged, etc. So that's why maybe you were afraid of it. But again, that's a great place also to start to see, okay, how can I improve that? How can I make it better? Because obviously I don't want to be holding it inside me, right? I don't want to be somebody who's so close to any feedback. Because ultimately, if you want feedback from the creator, it's the same thing. Maybe the creator is going to talk to you through your friends, through the people around you. But if
Yeah.
I'm so afraid, if I'm so close to it, then it's going to be harder to hear, harder to understand. So
I have a
that's something
question.
to consider. Yes.
So if I really want to ask feedback from someone, but I really am not sure if that person could even understand what I mean, or they will be open to it.
Hmm.
They will feel like maybe they're not on the same path as we are, or I am, and I really want to ask that person what that does he or she feels, thinks, what kind of perspective they have about my gifts or vices. Is it a good idea to still try to ask that person, or should we just let go and find somebody who is more open to listen, or to be in that space of exchanging, like giving you a gift of a feedback?
Amazing question. That's a great question. In my opinion, if the name or an individual popped into your head after you thought that, most likely there is something there for you. We Again, this is so good when you realize this, that it's not about you having to do everything that they tell you or you agreeing. You might disagree completely, but go through the experience of asking that feedback, of saying, you know what, universe, creator, to yourself, I'm open to feedback. I want to know more about myself. And you know what? Maybe this person might have. I'm not gonna. It doesn't mean I'm gonna take every single word that they say as the word of God, right? That this is how it is. But at the same time, I want to be open. If I'm in the if I'm in the mode in the game of changing, right? If that's what I'm doing, then why not try to this person? Could be incredible, could be amazing. It's going to be amazing either way. Don't worry about it. You just want to come from a place that this is more of an exercise, that you do want to hear these bits, these jewels that might be leading you towards your self-transformation and change. You want that. What that person says has almost, it's not as important as your consciousness, as your openness to getting the feedback. And also the exercise of you saying, you know what, I want to hear feedback. I want to, if I want to be better, then what difference does it make? My goal is to be better. My goal is not to be petted by other people, by accepted, etc. My goal is to be a better human being. And if this person has even a sentence that will help me illuminate an area that I can make better, that's already amazing. But I'm not going, this is not the final destination, like kind of like the final, this person, if it's not comfortable for me and I'm going to this person, I'm asking for feedback, what they say, I'm going to take it as the word of God. This is written in stone. That's it. If they say that I'm very jealous and needy human being, and that's it. That's who I am. That's how I'm going to label myself. No, that's not what I want to do. You want to come definitely from a perspective of, this might be a message. First of all, it's an amazing exercise. Second of all, it might be a message for me, and that's it. That's how I want to keep it. Not to take it as a, like, oh wow, they said that I'm like this, and this is how it is. Not at all. No, you don't have to do that. So that's a great question. Also, and just the fact of, it's something that, again, my teacher Karen Berg had this incredible quality of asking feedback, asking opinions from literally everyone. Literally, it could be from a waiter to a homeless person to the biggest CEOs to the biggest artists. Literally, the range was from completely open, because the goal is for me to change. The fact that this person says something that might be painful to me, that's on them. That's on them. And most likely it will not be. It will be a great experience either way. So I want to do the exercise of openness. I might ask for the feedback that it's hard for me to ask from this person. And then a little bit later, I'm going to have a realization about myself that will be life changing. But I am in the state of openness. I am an open vessel. I want to know what is out there for me. So that's I think essential. Don't mix those two up. It's not that person says and that's what I have to do. No, that's not what it means. That's not what it means at all. This person is leading me. First of all, he's helping me go on this path, and will definitely, not might, will definitely lead me to a great realization about myself. Okay, so that's great. And also ask them, first of all, we always assume that feedback has to be about our limiting sides. No, ask about your good sides. Ask people about what is good about me. Promote that also. Promote that about you, about other people. Promote the good. When the people feel full, when they feel content, when they feel happy, when they realize that they're special, which everyone is, you start to become more proactive in general in life. You tend to go less to your reactive limiting behavior, and you become much more proactive in general.
It's very interesting because we use that moment of connecting to what is really great about you. What are your talents? Because sometimes people don't see what their talents are, because we want to build on that, right? Like when we're planting a seed, we want to build on what you already have.
Yeah.
Right? You already, the goodness you have, not only letting go of the negative and transforming it into a positive, and transforming it into a different format so that you can benefit from it, but also like know what your talents are. And this is a very important process when you're creating a business, or when you're extending and scaling the business, and when you're starting a new project. So how do you want to position yourself so that you can be connected to your gifts and talents, so that your gifts and talents can guide you and allow you for a smoother ride? Because we want smooth. We don't need to struggle. We can do it with ease and grace, but we need to be connected to those qualities that are our true gifts, our true talents. And the reason why you're given those gifts is because they're yours to manifest.
Yeah.
Given to you from the creator. You don't own them. There's no ego around. There should be no ego around it. So it's from the most humbled place that we ask about my gifts, not so that I could be proud of them and be like, ooh, I'm better than somebody else. So it's not that, not for that reason. It's make you feel that you have that special, that you are only one responsible for delivering to people. It's like what Michael said earlier, right? The quote, the moment you were born in the world wouldn't exist without you, wouldn't be the same without you. So
Yeah.
you are given these gifts in this world as your path. First of all, it also guides you towards your path that is truly yours. It aligns you with you, helps you to align with your truth. And it also tells you that this is yours to deliver because we gave you this credit in advance. It will be a little bit easier for you in that perspective. There'll be other things that you may need to work on or involve other people. But it's so important because we don't realize it that, like, if I have a beautiful voice, which I don't, but maybe next lifetime I will. But if I have a beautiful voice, maybe my voice can heal other people. Maybe my voice can inspire other people. It is mine to go and work with that voice or whatever other talents we have, right?
Yes.
So it is also aligned so much with the self-love to ask people to shed the light on me. I have to love myself to do that, right? I really want to know, what is my soul calling? What is my what is it that is mine to do, right? And so,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna pass it along to Mike, but I just want to make that point because I've lived through it. I live not realizing that I have certain gifts. Like, it had to do with fashion and things that were so natural to me. And there's other things that I didn't realize until people told me, like, that not everybody can do it this way. Like, how you do it is different. How you doing it special. So love yourself enough to have a huge desire to find out what is really your gift, and don't question it, just listen. Like, that's what I just want to say it out loud. Like,
Yeah.
let it, allow yourself to hear it.
Totally. Totally. 100% with you. 100% with you. And actually, it will help me, like you said, love myself more, love, appreciate myself more, respect myself more, etc. It will only increase. And that is also, maybe on the next episodes we'll talk about, like you said, about self-love, right? Very crucial, right? It's the most important relationship you have, you with yourself. So make sure you treat yourself with utmost respect, utmost love, utmost kindness, compassion, care. Really, really, really remember this amazing quote from the founder of the Kabbalah Center, Rav Ashlag. He said, love your neighbor as yourself, meaning you have to love yourself. You cannot love other people. He almost says it's almost not going to be authentic, actually. It's not authentic if you treat someone much better than you treat yourself. Then, we need to be a little bit more honest with myself. Is it really love that I'm offering to other people if I'm not treating myself with respect? Or is it something else? Is it actually a need? Two different things. And it's a great question to ask. So he says your relationship with yourself should be, really like a primary center of your existence. That this me and myself have a very happy, incredibly fulfilling, nurturing relationship. I look at myself that I need to manifest these things, that I want to accomplish these things. I want to have this in my life, and I'm going after that. How am I? A good way to understand how much self love I have is my ability to manifest in my life. Is it easy? Is it easy? I get ideas and boom, it comes into reality. That's an indication that the relationship between me and myself is pretty balanced. If there's issues, if I'm having a little bit too many obstacles in manifesting certain things in my life, then the relationship between me and myself might be in need of some healing, in need of some improvement and transformation. And to remember that this is your life mission. It's your birthright to love yourself, and it's our life mission to come to a place where I look at myself from the side in the mirror and I say, "You are incredible. I love you so much. I really love you." Not from an egocentric point of view, but from a point of view of true spirituality, of true love. I love you. I love myself. I love everything about me. And you have to love yourself completely, even with the things that you might say, "Oh, I wish I wasn't like that." No, that doesn't work. You have to, again, also from Rav Ashlag, I guess Rav Ashlag is very present today with us. He says, you have to love your limitations, your negativity. If you don't love it, it's like going to war. War is a 50-50. You might win, you might not. When you love someone, if you love a child, you're going to have much easier time to help them change and be a better version of themselves. If you're in a war with your child, you know, be in a war with them. Good luck. Love them. Come from love. Come from this place of genuine care. How much genuine care I have towards myself, towards everything in me, everything about me, all my experience, etc. So, again, also something that people misunderstand sometimes as thinking that, oh, it's so egocentric to think highly of yourself and to love yourself so much. Actually, it's not. It's true sense of humbleness. When you consider yourself who you are, then you'll be able to do your life's mission. If I'm constantly thinking that I'm not doing what I'm meant to do, that I'm, looking down on myself, I'm not aligned with the universe. I'm not aligned with the creation, essence of the universe, essence of the creator, essence of this world is love, is unconditional love. That's what every spirituality will guide you towards. That's what every wisdom will eventually guide you towards. This is what it's all about. That's the essence of the creator. And if you want to connect to the creator within you, you have to have that. It's essential, essential. So, I was thinking maybe we can do a meditation now to help bring this into our life, right? Make it a
Yes.
whole, complete part of us. Yes.
Yes. Yes. And I just want to say, like, one
Mm-hmm.
last thing. Like, this morning, I was doing my workout, and I do like this live moments when I just send a message to everybody, and it was on Instagram this morning. And what came to me was just to say to all the women, and to guys too, to you men as well, but women are somehow having a harder time loving themselves. It's just statistics, and it's observation, personal experience. And I want to say to all of you, my beautiful women, please love yourself in every way you are and every way you are not. And I'm saying it to myself first, and I'm saying it to all my friends. And I'm from the bottom of my heart, I'm wishing it to all of us to really truly love
Mm-hmm.
ourselves.
You know what? Also, it's a journey. It's a journey. For some people, it might be like, what does it mean to love yourself? Start that journey. Start that discovery. What does it mean to really love yourself? What does it mean to love yourself more? Am I comfortable with saying that I love myself? Do I look at myself from a side and like, wow, I really care for this person? That's a good also place to start. It's kind of like we're planting the seed and then you help it grow. So we'll do a meditation. We'll go into our space where we can receive energy from the endless, from the eternal, from the creator to help us manifest, to help us be connected to everything that we spoke about and be connected to uh, the universe, balance within ourselves and ourselves. So in a meditation, you always want to feel comfortable. You always want to be present. You always want to feel comfortable. We want to close our eyes and really be present in yourself. Be present in your heart. Be connect it to your emotions, to our emotional center, our heart, and then send our consciousness to the middle of the earth where there is so much light of the Creator. And try to visualize it, see it, envision it. How would it be in the middle of, in the core of the earth? There's so much energy there, so much light. So we want to pull this energy and also feel it come through our entire body, from the bottom of our feet to the top of our head, and form a beautiful ball of light above our head. And we want to see how we are in this ball or bubble of light above our head, and also perceive everything around us through this ball of light and see how perfect everything is. And we want to release this ball of light, see it float above our body, above the building we're in, and traveling faster than the speed of light, traveling through our solar system, our entire universe, all the galaxies, all the constellations, everything in our universe, and going to the edge of the universe, passing through the edge, and going through layers of lights as it gets lighter, brighter as we go up. We end up at a very bright layer of light. We keep going higher and we see ourselves in a golden, soothing, relaxing, calming light. Very supportive, very enriching plane, space. We keep going higher and then we enter a plane that feels liquid-like or jello. We keep going higher and we want to see a beautiful opening of ethereal, beautiful, iridescent light above us. And we want to head towards this opening. See it as a small rectangular window. Take an exhale and go through this window and enter the plane of the Creator. This is a deep state of meditation we can be in. It's a beautiful pearl-like light here. Keep going higher in this space. It's just beautiful, peaceful, loving, welcoming energy. Want to blend and become one with this energy, melt our ball of light into one with this energy. Appreciate, thank the Creator for everything that you have. Thank the Creator for everything you were given, everything you realized. And we want to receive this download, this new understanding, this new perspective of unconditional love. What is the true definition of unconditional love from the Creator? To ourselves, to every level we function on, and every cell of our body, everything we owe, everything we possess will be filled with this incredible, beautiful energy of light. So if you want this download, say yes. You want to feel it in your heart, this unconditional love, this openness, this total freedom and acceptance of yourself. This ability to guide myself to a better place, to understand what is my soul's mission, to understand what is my soul's needs, and to understand the calling of my soul more. So if you want to know how to understand what my soul is telling me, what my soul is guiding me towards, how to understand the messages of my soul, the messages the Creator is sending me. If you want that, also say yes. And also the Creator's light, to understand guidance of the Creator's light. And to what we spoke about, friendships, feedback, self-growth, if I want to know what is true friendship, how to be a friend, how to have good friends around me, how to be there for others, how to ask for help from other people, how to receive feedback, how to give feedback in the most loving, compassionate way possible. If you want that download from the Creator, also say yes. And also, we want to raise our consciousness, all of our vibrations, everything that we're functioning on, all the processes in our life, all the relationships, everything we are working on. We want to elevate it into Creator's light. So visualize as your life, as you yourself, all the levels that you exist on, everything in your life, all the relationships, all the processes, all the projects, all the questions you have, to bring it all to the Creator's eternal, endless, loving light. And see what the Creator just can resolve and solve on such a quick and instantaneous way for us. No need to go through pain, suffering, difficulty. It's not the way of the universe. It's not the way of the Creator. No even iota of discomfort should be experienced by any human being on this world. To make sure that we always take us through mercy, through processes of mercy, kindness, compassion, just like we would treat somebody who we love dearly. If you want to know how to do that, also say yes. And also just to be happy. You know, we always want to be in a state of joy. This is our birthright. This is what we're meant to do. This is how we're meant to experience every single year, month, day, hour, minute, second of our existence, to be in total, complete joy. So let's have a joyful life. If you want to have a joyful life, a joyful experience, also say yes. Make sure you're celebrating yourself, celebrating your life, celebrating everything nonstop, all the time. Be in a state of constant celebration, constant happiness and joy. If you want to do your own personal meditation right now, personal request, just a few moments to interact with the Creator, interact with the Eternal. If you want guidance, support, a special prayer that you want to ask the Creator for, go ahead. And before we close, we don't want to land. We just want to remain in that space as long as possible. We want to rinse ourselves in this beautiful light of the Creator. Fill yourself up with this energy again from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. And open your eyes. Turn a little.
Very powerful. Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful meditation. Thank you so
Julia,
much,
I
Mike.
also just realized I wanted to mention so much wanted to mention, and some things were missed.
Yeah,
This week we also have the full moon. The full moon is in
that's right.
Pisces, and if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be this Thursday and Friday.
On the second, I think. Yeah. Oh, on the third.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's somewhere there. So
Yeah.
all those days are, we spoke about this, but really making a list of things we want to accomplish, we want to manifest in the upcoming spiritual year. It's a great day to do that, to make sure we set a time where on that day, that's what we're focusing on. And it's also the moon in Pisces, which is a little bit of a dreamer. It's a little bit, they're big, big lovers, and they love in general, and they're very, very soft, gentle, kind people that have moon in Pisces. So it will give us this tenderness to all of us, this softness to every single one of us, to help us understand better, to make sure we generally care for ourselves.
Oh, I love it. And maybe we'll do something here on Conscious Life Collective, right, Miki? We'll do maybe a special connection for the full moon. We've been doing it as much as possible, and
Beautiful.
it's a very special experience. So we'll stay tuned, guys. We'll um, create an experience, and if you would feel inspired, you can always join us. Well, thank you so much. It's a beautiful
Thank
path.
you. Yes.
Let's let's embrace it. Let's be happy and let's love ourselves, please. Let's give ourselves so much love and a huge hug.
Amen.
And I'm certainly sending you lots of love, guys. And come back, check with our programs. And next Sunday at 12, we will do another series with Michael and consciousness and energy of the week. Is there anything else, Mickey, that you might like to add? We good?
No, I think we've covered it all.
All right. Well,
All
thank
right.
you, Michael, and thank you everybody for joining us or rewatching us.
Thank you. Have an amazing week, everyone.
An amazing
All the best.